Welcome to Subbus Lounge Talk. Wish you all a very happy new year. Hope all are doing fine. May this new year fulfill all your wishes and dreams and let all your dreams come true. I was not well for a week as I'm having common cold. So there is a gap in bringing out this video. And today's topic, I'm going to reflect on how one can plan a career. For every graduating student, one of the biggest anxiety is how to plan a career. Let me tell you a small joke. There was this guy who was told how to plan a career. So he went home and next day he came with a career. So the other guy asked, have you planned for your career? Yes, I went home, told my mom to make a bread sandwich and give me in the career. So today I'm ready with the career. A PJ. But this is not the career which we are talking about. The career which we are talking about is how to climb the ladder of corporate world. You can imagine a career as a ladder and there are many steps in it. So how do you climb or how do you plan to go from the bottom to the top? Why do you have to plan a career? Because if you don't have any plan, then whatever route you take will take you to whatever you have not planned. Meaning, if we don't have an idea where we are going, any route will do. It will take you somewhere. To, to plan a career means you're bringing a structure to how one can proceed. Now you will ask me, did you plan your career? So at least I was clear that where I should be working, whether I should be working in north, south, east, west. So I had a basic idea. But of course, there was no one at that time to tell how one should plan a career. So with all my experience, in hindsight, I would like to say in this video what you can do and what you can do better. A career is a span of around 25 years. That is, your best years are between 25 and 50. After 50, we are character artists. The main role is gone. So whatever you achieve between 25 and 50, that is a span you must keep in mind. 25 years, 25 साल, and 25 साल बाद you become a character artist. And you will be called for alumni meet to your college, say after 30 years. Maybe you can visualize that you have been nominated for a superstar and the award is going to be presented to you and your name will be called. So you can make a speech in advance at 25 years itself. So what would that speech would be? Maybe that speech will start with, I thank the college, I thank my father, I thank my mother, I thank God, I thank all those who helped me. And in and there you could say I knew what I was doing from the moment I stepped out of this college. I knew where I had to go. I knew where I had to, in which direction I'm looking at. That would be like a complete speech. So here I am, become a superstar, not by just by destiny, but also by planning what to do and how to achieve the goals. Here, the most of the doubt is, should I become a small fish in a big pond or a big fish in a small pond? This is one of the most important puzzle that you have to ask yourself. What does it mean? A small fish in a big pond means you join a large organization and be a small fish, start like a small fish there, or be a big fish in a small pond. That is, you have a big position, but the pond is small. I would suggest to have a bit of a plan that will take you to achieve your goals faster, or that will surely take you to achieve your goals. That is, if you join a large organization, your chances of earning or your chances of having a financially bright future is very high, because in a big pond, there is always a lot of water. So financially strong organizations are the big companies. There you can learn your ropes, and also if you are able to spend a reasonably long time, you will find you are becoming financially successful. Though there could be constraints in freedom, there could be constraints in reporting, but in a big fund, the money is always there. So you choose your sector and find out which are the big companies in that sector. For example, finance sector, you know which are the big companies. If you are getting into consulting, then the big companies. If you are getting into manufacturing, find out which are the big companies. The first attempt should be to try and get into the big companies of the sector, because your lifestyle in the next 25 years will be decided by the company you work for. In almost all companies, the job will be similar, but depending on the financial strength of the company, the salaries are different. For example, an upcoming company will pay you less, and the bigger company for the same job or they pay you more. So the first decision is try and join the big company and stay there for a long time. Stay put for say 20 years. Now why I say 20 years? Because say you leave after 5 years or 10 years, you will be in the middle level, and in the next company to grow at the higher level becomes that much more difficult because you have to start from zero. Whatever you have done in the previous company will not be taken into account in the new company. It's like a game of snakes and ladders. If you take small ladders like 5 years, 10 years, you be there, then by the time you have to go up, there are many snakes. If you look at the snake and ladder game, it will pull you down and then you have to start from zero again. But if you are able to choose your company and be there for a reasonably long time, you get into that big ladder and straight away go up to say, for example, a game, the snake and ladder game is the home is 100. That means your target is 100. The big ladder takes you directly to say 95. Because by the time you are 15 years, you would have grown in the career ladder just by spending time in the same organization. And after 20 years, you can jump into a higher position in the next company. Because by that time you would have reached the top management level, and the other company would like to buy your experience in your previous company and pay you more. So ideally this is the path which can take you to a glorious future. But in case you are not able to hit the biggest company in your sector initially, join a small company. And then as you spend 3-4 years in the small company, try and move to the company on the higher, bigger than the company which you are in. That is, you start in the ascending order. Start from low and move to the biggest company in your sector. Some people make a mistake. They join a big company and thinking they are a small fish in a big pond. They jump to a smaller company thinking they will be big fish in a small pond. But unfortunately, you may be a big fish, but the pond doesn't have enough money, doesn't have enough water to fulfill your ambitions. So you find your career gets derailed. So one of the caution is, if you have joined a big company, don't slip into a smaller companies later on. So if you are in a small company, try to join the bigger company and you will get those opportunities. There is no doubt on that, because the bigger companies will then look at your experience and give you a better opportunity. So this is one of the points which one needs to remember. And you will ask me why there is need for planning itself. Why can't we jump from one thing to another and take the day as it is? Whatever comes, we will do it. That is also possible. You take things as they come and you move. But the only disadvantage of such planning is you won't know what you're doing is right or wrong. If you have a plan, you can have what is called a flight path. In the aircraft, they have a flight path. For that, they must know the starting point and the destination point. So if you are flying from Bombay to Delhi, the pilot knows that he has to start from Bombay and go to Delhi. Now what does Delhi mean? It's at least you know the direction, where you want to go. If you don't know the direction, you may end up in Madras rather than going to Delhi. So the important point in the plan is you need to have a destination, you need to have a starting point. For example, a train. You want to go from Bombay to Calcutta. There is a track. The track is already laid. The route is given. So at least you know that you are reaching Calcutta. See the why decide on the destination? Because to achieve anything you require two things. One is what is that you want to achieve, the end point, and two, how fast I can achieve it. So two things come into play. One is I want to reach this level by such and such year. Normally it will be like you can become a general manager by 45 years, then maybe vice president, president, it goes on. So at least you know the direction, you know what is it that you want to achieve. And once you know what you want to achieve, it is okay if the speed is less or more, but the direction is you are headed in the right direction. So there could be obstacles. I'm not saying everything will be smooth, right? There could be many obstacles too, like in a snake and ladder. You climb the ladder and some snake can find, then you come down. So you start again. But if you have a plan and you are into an obstacle, you have a contingency plan. For example, you are traveling and suddenly there is monsoon. The tracks are flooded. The train is not going further. It doesn't mean that your career is stopped. You have a contingency plan. You can at least at that point of time rethink, replan, maybe come back, maybe go next time or take some other route and try to reach it. But what I am suggesting is under normal circumstances. Most of the planning you do for everything remaining normal. You can't plan for disasters. Say for example, sir, you told me to plan, I have already planned. But such and such thing, so it is possible that suddenly there will be some major disaster, some earthquake like is happening in Japan. You can't plan for that. Or you have a COVID which stalls you for 2-3 years. Nothing is, sab ghar mein baithe hain. You can't do anything. How can you plan for such events? That's why even in commercial time they call it a force majeure clause. Force majeure clause is unless there are some abnormal circumstances, my plan remains whatever the way it is. The advantage of planning is it's like you must have seen the Chandrayaan launch and how they tracked that satellite, whether it was matching the predefined flight path, whether it was matching. So every time you were saying, yes, this is as per our plan. Yes, this is as per plan. Now we are entering the moon orbit. It is as per our plan. Now it is descending. This is as per our plan. So what happens is when you plan, when you execute it, you can match whether it is close to your flight path or not. That is called checking. So plan, then execute. Execute comes at PDCA cycle. That is plan, do, execute. Then you check whether it is, and after checking, you can replan in case things well, you get a feedback, and then you can make a contingency plan or you can make a course correction. So that's why career plan is important to achieve what you wanted to, what you had in mind, and this is based on time span, the direction, the speed, and then a, not making random decisions. Because if you are traveling and suddenly you find you are on the wrong train, or suddenly you find the station where you wanted to get down has passed by, what can you do? In midstream, you can't jump into the sea. If you are sailing and you find a boat is not going to the shore which you wanted and it's going somewhere else, what you can do? It's called you are caught in the midstream. And in midstream, you are neither here nor there. So with this short video, I'm trying to give an idea that in career planning, try to work for a large organization because they have more money, and try to spend a long period of time with them. If you are don't if you are into the big organization, don't try and join a smaller organization in 5 to 10 years, because that will not help you in any way. In case you join a small organization, try to jump to the larger organization as fast as possible, maybe 2 years, 3 years, as fast as possible. But your main target is to travel with a large company for a reasonable amount of time. You travel for 15-20 years with a large company, you can be sure you will get a lifetime achievement award. At the same time, you will have multiple opportunities by the time you reach 50, because after 50 you become a character artist. So whatever you plan it between 25 and 50 years. With this tip, I wish you all your best in your career, in your life, and may your dreams come true, because career planning is one of the important aspect during college life, and it is one of the purusharthas. Purushartha means the goals which are already written in our scriptures. One is dharma, that is duties and responsibilities. Another is artha, that is making money. Third is kama, love, and fourth is moksha. So as a student, your focus is dharma and artha. That is, you earn your money in legal ways, earn your money in the righteous way. This career planning is not done for earning money in unrighteous way. In a righteous way, in a dharmic way, you are achieving your goals. That is what this video is all about. So if you like this video, you can give your comments, share, subscribe, and don't forget to press the bell notification for the next videos. Goodbye and thank you.